Hello, this is Patrick White from AA Commodities and Investments from Spencer, Iowa, with your February 4th edition of the market recap video. So let's go ahead and start off here with the disclaimer. Just remember that everything I say in this video is not a direct trade recommendation here. It's just my opinion. If you would like to look at the entire disclaimer, please pause the video now. All right, so this is after the market close here on February 4th, waiting for the market to reopen. It's 5:20 p.m. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts here. We've got March corn. Really, we've just been in this same range here between 376 and 382 here for the last about 12 days. Haven't gotten a whole lot of fresh news to get this thing to move out above it. But, I guess if we did, see some China purchases or just some better fundamental news, maybe that report coming up on February 8th here this Friday, we might see a push towards that 382 high and on into the 386 level. We've got the 200 period moving average here, this orange line, at 387 and a quarter. So that's another area of interest as well. But other than that, we've been doing good supporting here at 376. Came down and touched that, 4 or 5 times here. So looks pretty good. And below that, we've got good support at 372 and a half as well. Jumping on into the March soybean chart. This is a really interesting chart to see. I guess I've been watching the basically 925, 926 level here in March soybeans. Trade really can't, get a hold of, get a nice close above that 925, 926 level there. We do have the 200 period moving average acting as resistance. That's at 919 and a half today. That's that orange line right in here. We've also got a couple of trend lines coming in resisting it. So really, especially like last Friday, we got the gap up on the rumor of 5 million metric tons of soybean purchases. The market gapped up, rallied on that, but then, when the actual purchases were made, China unloaded their physical longs there and drove the market down, as well as we probably got some more farmers selling. So really watching the 925 and then on up to 935 level if we can get a close above 925. That 925, if we can break that, would be a breakout. But other than that, as far as support goes and things, we still got an uptrend line here right around like the $9 mark, and that's a nice psychological level as well. So going into Chicago wheat here. Really just been range bound this whole fall, kind of ranged in here from September into the latter part of October, broke this range. Now we're trying to come back above that. That 528 level is the one that I'm watching. And if you notice, that was, pretty good support over here in September, October. Now it's becoming resistance here as we, come in through January into February here. So I'd look at the 528 level. That's kind of a key area. Then on up to 536. That was the mid-December high there. Pretty good support here. We've got, the one higher low, the second higher low. So, looks pretty decent here, but definitely still caught in the range. We go into April live cattle. We've had that hard reversal there on the 31st. Kind of a 128. It's kind of the psychological level. We went above that. I'm sure they ran some stops there and, drove her down pretty good right into support here. So we've got good support at 125.80. This is an April live cattle. Got good resistance at the 128 mark. Couldn't get a strong close today. So we'll see if they want to take it above 128 tomorrow or still kind of, chill in this range here. We've got April hogs as well. They had a very good day. They were up, dang near limit higher, up 292. Really just searching for a low in here. I think they found some good support in here at this 60 level. I was waiting for the 58.30, but bottom line here is that we should start to see this kind of action. We should start to chop in here if we are going to rally the hog market here. I think, some of it's just from the hog kills that they had from the African swine fever in China. And just from what I've heard, I guess the African swine fever problem has been, just a larger problem than what's actually been reported, which is pretty common with the Chinese there. So I guess I've got nearby resistance here in April hogs at 63.28, and that corresponds with this gap here that we, gapped again. It's a gap from, the 15th, 16th of August here. It's kind of that gap in there. So the market tends to gap up and down, above and below resistance points. So that is a pretty strong resistance point there. If we can break 63.28, I'd make the argument for 65.5. That kind of corresponds with these lows in here. So yeah, if you like what you see here, be sure to check out my website, aa-commodities.com. I send out a daily grain marketing newsletter every day, as well as my cash grain selling system called Advantage Alerts. So yeah, if you like what you see here, feel free to go to my website and sign up. Hope you guys get a lot of stuff done today. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.